Hello and welcome to Stocks Advisor channel. Here at our channel we are looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. In today's episode, SLGG Gaming Incorporated traded at Nasdaq, ticker name SLGG. Well, SLGG today of course did huge growth. You see very big increase, and this is already like 3 days runner here. We are starting from the level of about 375, even lower, and reach to the level of higher than 9, so almost 2.7, 2.5 times during 3 days. Of course, incredible growth, and in general we see that this company is capable to do very strong volatilities, especially if you would look, the action started from November. You can see that the price was really starting to increase, and we have here in general two trends. Let's say the standard trend that could be seen, it was once slightly pierced by end of February, and then actually worked as a very strong accelerator. So now the question is what's next, because if you look at these trends, they're very high, but the question is, can it sustain further? What will happen next? And of course we need to take into account two parameters here. First of all, that the company itself has very low market capitalization, below than 200 millions. So these companies are very spiky. You can also see from the history of this stock that it was really very spiky. You can see this action in August really high, and in general in September. So always the volatilities were incredible here. And now of course again, and do not forget that from November to now it's more than 6-7 times growth. So of course the question is, can it sustain? With this small market capitalization, usually what happens, and this is the risk, it's not that it's going to happen, but this is the risk for companies, especially if they grow that high. Later it can come as an offering of the stocks, because company with market capitalization below 200 million still need cash to run, and when they have this opportunity, they usually take this to milk some and to get extra cash. So therefore, what could be expected here, even if we have extra spike tomorrow, it might be kind of a shooting star candle, but in general we might observe a U-shape behavior or as very strong volatilities, and that's the way to play here. So we can play only on volatilities. And speaking of how to play on volatilities, because we don't have in this area, you could look in the area of the current price action for the last half a year, we don't have any support resist levels. So the way to play here would be just to play on classical volatility rules, and the rule would be to enter from the 1/3, if volatility starts tomorrow, to enter from the 1/3 of the body of the candle. So this would be the price here of 720. And anything below 720 to 6 would be the enter opportunity here. So let's write it here. If we do it, this would be this channel first to enter, purely volatility game. And if we would write it, this would be between 6 to 720. So this is the first point to enter. And then how to play. Once you have spike, you need to take your profit. This is very important, especially when you ride volatility waves, to take your profit in time. Just stop yourself, say stop, now I take profit. If you don't do it, you just can lose the moment and actually go to a negative area. On fastly moving stocks, we usually advise up to 15% profit taking. The same here again, we do it for the same stock, 15% profit taking advice. Once you have it, just exit, re-enter, or just leave it and go other videos, check other stocks. We post many stocks. Also you can find older stocks at our channel. Those that are 5 weeks ago placed are still available, still fresh, still actual, meaning that the situation discussed there could be just happening now, so you will be just in time to enter and to make your play. So this will be the first enter, purely to ride volatilities. If it declines further, this is also possible. It could really severely decline, because this is a very capitalization. So if this is going to happen, of course, then it's very easy play here. We have this several, let's say this is one level. Oh, let's use another one. So this is the first level to enter. Then at the 5 the channel begins and it ends at 450. This would be another just a little bit lower, and then 450. This would be another again on purely volatility ride. Also by that time it will be actually in the vicinity of T1 trend line and could be very strong, but it's rather less likely that we will go those levels, because tomorrow still the volatilities could be in the upper side of the current price action. But because it's still end of the week, we could have even a major decline. If this is happening, this would be the second level to enter. And of course, should we shoot down, which is really not possible, but as always we do so-called doomsday analysis, especially if very negative catalyst will kick in. This is the very strong, many times reconfirmed support level, where you could, again, if we are going really to decline, this would be between 360 and 325. Very simple, only based on negative catalyst, which is most probably won't come soon, but we always think at our channel that it's better to have extra funds for severe, because the philosophy is that you need to exit with profit whatever happens, and then therefore you need to be able to average down at very low support channels here. So with this being said, this would be the first level to enter, and again, any moment it reverses, and because this is very fastly moving stock, any moment when it reverses, you need to take your profit in time. So whenever on these spikes, take it and don't be hesitant. Don't think, oh, I could have a bit longer. These are not correct thoughts. The correct thought is I made the profit. So that's how you need to think. Never think of lost profit. Always think of lost money. And if you make profit, it's always positive. So once you have up to 15%, just take it. That's the advice here. And with this being said, that's actually all we can say for SLGG at the moment. So this is the numerical card to play with it. If you are more for a let's say graphical one, you can look at the right side here. And as always, you can make sure to play. And speaking of how non-linearly average down, it's still very bullish, classical. So we advise 1-2-2 approach. What does it mean? It means that the funds you would like to play here, you need to split in 5 portions, and then you can buy with per portion actually in the first level, so between 6 to 720. If it declines further, you can buy with the second portion in the second channel from 450 to 5. And if really negative catalyst comes in, which is not expected, but then the last area again, so average down in the third level. With this being said, again with a target price of 10 to 15%, good luck with SLGG. This is really a short-term analysis, just play with it next week. Nothing more, no long-term or mid-term estimation here, because we still need to see how the trend lines will behave. And we're not discussing behavior of moving averages, these three colorful lines, green, blue, and red, because the volumes, if you look at them, they mainly dominate here. It's a volume, and because it's a volume trade, this acceleration of moving averages is actually not real. It's based on just the way it's determined from a mathematical point of view. And with these huge volumes, if profit taking starts, also look at RSI. A lot of people are already sitting with profit, so once they start taking profit, the price could decline really low. One of the examples is actually the previous, let's say, wave, and you see it went even lower than it started. So it could be happening. But with this average down strategy, if it taking in 10 to 50%, you should be available. Actually, you should be able to make the profit depicted here. So with this being said, good luck with SLGG. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're first time watching this video. Also, please press the bell button. This way you will not miss our new videos and new interesting discussions for US-based stocks.